Hello, hello, hello. This is Sir Jaxie, and today we are going to be talking about dimensions in Rift. Dimensions are, well, they're Rift's version of player housing. And Rift recently went free to play, as many of you know, and there's been a huge influx of new players. I've been playing Rift now since its alpha. I pre-ordered the game in January of 2011, so I've been playing now for over 2.5 years, maybe closer to 3 years, I'd say. Dimensions weren't in the game from the very beginning. It's something that they added about 8 months ago, I think it was, and it's really added a whole new facet to Rift. So, I'm going to be doing some beginner videos. I'll also be doing some more intermediate and experienced videos too as we go along. Let me switch over to the game window. And here we are in Rift. Now, to get dimensions, you can do it one of a couple of ways. You can either A, just go buy a key from a dimension vendor. And you can find those dimension vendors in Meridian and Sanctum, I think is where you first find the actual vendors. Or you can do this housing quest. Now, this is a character that I've had for quite a while. The Dimensions quest wasn't in the game when she got way past this zone, so I never came back to pick it up with her. So I'm going to go ahead and pick it up now and show you how it works. I'm also going to show you the difference between Dimensions, what you get for Dimensions with certain things in the when you have loyalty points. So I'm going to move everything out of my first bag. I apologize. I should have done this from in the beginning. I just totally wasn't even thinking about it. But we'll move all of this stuff down. That's something later on. That's later on for this to show you. Okay. So, if you're don't have any loyalty points or haven't played Rift before, the first thing you gotta do is your dimension, you're gonna pick this one up. And you're gonna come in, and you're gonna take and talk to Zerelia Hami, if you're playing Defiant, and she's in King's Retreat, which is just up the road from where you start. You start as a Defiant here in Ark of the Ascended, and she's just a little southeast up the road in King's Retreat. And the person for the quest for the Guardians is in Argente Glade. So, now that we know where they are, we're going to come in and take her quest, and she's going to say, of all the wonders that Emporian technology has to offer, I enjoy Dimensions the best. Dimensions are copies of places in Telara. The spaces are wonderful. You can place dimension objects in them wherever and however you like. Would you like to have your own small dimension? Sure we would, so we're going to take it, accept it, and we're going to get a dimension key. Okay, I'm delighted to offer you the dimensional version of the shrine at Warden's Point. Use the key and try it out. Sure. Okay, would you like some items to place in your dimension? My brother trapped himself in an amphoria, which can only be placed inside of dimensions. He loves meeting people, and despite his predicament, he's quite good at making dimension items. I'm sure he'll give you some. When you enter your dimension, drag and drop his amphoria to the ground in front of you, and Garten Hami will appear. Okay. So, what we need to do now is open our bag, and you'll see we got, well, I have 2 keys. This is a key I got for a loyalty bonus, so we'll move those out of the way right now. These are what you would get from her. So you want to take a right click on the key and collect it. And that's going to take and give you your dimensions panel's going to open up. Now, if you accidentally close it or you want to get to it at some other point, you can either get to it by clicking on the social button down here on your on your menu hotbar and then click Dimensions. Or if you want to shortcode it, the default key is the open bracket. Okay, so to get to a dimension, we have the Warden's Point dimension now, and we can click on that key, left click, and that will open up Warden's Point. And this is an instanced time frame, so nobody else is in here, just you. And you can take and invite friends if you want. Let's leave edit mode, okay. You can invite friends into your dimension. And the dimensions do have a limit. As you can see, you kind of run up onto a glass floor with a glass wall. So you know that it's a limit. There's not an invisible wall at least. But you know, this is the one you start out with is one of the smaller dimensions. I believe it might actually be the smallest one in the game. But it's a little trial dimension. And as you can see, everything's here. And you even get this little shrine that you can go up and put things in and whatnot. So let's go out here in the open and open up our bag and put his amphora out there. What you just click on that, like you were going to take and destroy an item, you click on it and drag it out into the real world, and then you pick where you want to drop it. And then once you drop it, he comes out of it. And you can click on to get his quest. If I'm here, then you figured out how to place the mentioned items. Good. Here are some more items for you. Play around with them, experiment, have fun. So he gives us a bag. Thank you for letting me visit your dimension and spend time with you. It's always exciting to meet an Ascendant. May I ask you a favor? When you're done playing with your new dimension items, could you bring me back to my sister? If you pick up my amphora, I'll disappear inside of it again. Then leave your dimension and carry it back to her in King's Retreat. Sure, we can take you back. So, let's open up our bag, right-click on it, take all, and we get all sorts of goodies. Now, let's go put certain things inside. We got a standing torch, so let's put that in here. And as you can see, when I put it down, it actually lights up the room. Pretty cool. Now, you can move these in different ways. If you click on the green arrow, you can move it up, you can move it down, you can actually put it into the ground, have it floating in the air, however you want. It's your dimension. The red bar takes and moves it from side to side, or in this case, vertically. And then the blue bar will move it towards me or away from me. So we're going to put it right over there in the corner, so it can light up the room. And we're going to put the table in the center of the room. As you can see, when I drop that, it gets the action, whereas that one doesn't. But if I click on the torch, then the torch can be moved around again. And we're going to take and put the green cushion stool right over here as well. There we go. Now, the stool is a good one to show you because you can also rotate the items. What you're looking at now is what they call the XYZ mode, which allows you to move it, different directions. Then you have your rotate mode. And with the rotate, you can use the red bar to rotate it on its legs or on its axis. You can use the green bar to turn it horizontally or in circles. And you can use the blue bar to tilt it the opposite direction of the red. So you can actually move these things in quite a few different locations. You can also take and scale their size. If I want the table to be bigger, I click on it and I just scale it up in size. And then you can also pick them up again by clicking on the pickup bag, which we'll show you here in a bit. I picked up my table. Actually, I forgot about that. If an item is highlighted, you click on pick up, then you automatically pick it up. Okay, so I got a few other things here that I'm going to put outside. We have a evergreen shrub. We'll just put that over here. Nice big shrub. Actually, I think that shrub's a little too big for my liking, so I'm going to scale it down a little, actually. There we go. We have a rock, round gray boulder. Drop that over there. And then we've got 2 boards. These are used for building later on. I'm just going to leave them here so they're not in my bag. And we have a building stone tile. Put that on top of the boards for now. There we go. And that's all that I've got put in here. And this is what you would get when you accept the beginner quest for dimensions. I'm going to go ahead and pick up his euphorium so that I can take him back. Now I'm going to close my bags. I'm going to leave out of the edit mode. If I click on that, it takes me out of edit mode. And you can take a look around and see what all's going on. And you got your table, and you can't click on things out of edit mode. And then to exit, well, first off, to invite guests, you click on the little person with the plus, and it will pull up your list of people, and you can type in. I don't have anybody that I can invite right now to show you. This is your list of dimension items, and this is what all you have in the dimension item. I'm not sure what the moving crate is. That's different. Okay, and this is how you upgrade your dimension. Right now I've got 9 out of 50 points towards an upgrade, and the next upgrade, 9 out of 50 items. This dimension will hold 50 items until you upgrade it again, at which point when you upgrade it will hold 75 items. And then you can also recommend the dimension to different people. And to leave, you click on the door, or you can click on the door up here, and that will take you back to where you started. You came into the dimension at. You can come into the dimension anywhere you want, as long as you go into that dimension, so you then click on your key. And we're going to turn it, we're going to give her brother back to her. Oh, thank you for returning my brother. Now he can help other Ascended learn about dimensions too. In case you like his amphoria, I'll give you one just like it.
I always have deals with the Ascended.
Okay, so we got an amphoria just like his, but he don't pop out of this one. Okay, now, I do have some another dimension key, so let me show you that. Let me open up dimensions. Actually, I haven't collected it yet. Hold on. Let me open my bag and collect this key. Now, this key is actually for an exclusive mounted hideaway of shimmer sand. It includes a summer home, a valley, and tropical pool. And this I got for taking and being, I got this with my loyalty points. This was one of the loyalty gifts. So we're going to collect that. And now, as you can see, it says 1 of 2. I have 2 dimension slots now with 2 different keys. I have the Warden's Point that you just saw, and I have the Fane's Retreat. You can also take and purchase dimension slots. It costs 100 platinum or 1,200 credit to purchase a slot. I believe you can only have 2 at a time, and that's what the purchase slot's for. Though I could be wrong. And you can look and see too, this shows you it's an inactive dimensions it shows you. And you can give permissions, like with friends, I could give permissions to my friends to move items, to place items, and to pick up items if I want. And of course, as it says, turning on the pickup option will allow players to take items from your dimension. So usually that's not recommended unless you really know, people. Or you can say you can allow the public to come into your dimension, or you could keep them out altogether. With your guild, you can allow them to move and place items or pick them up. You know, it all depends on what you want and how you want your permissions to act. This shows your alts, if you have any alts with can't think, sorry. If you have alts that have dimensions on them already, and this one you can see my Jaxi alt already has the Fane's Retreat on it. It shows your friends, and your friends, it shows you all of their dimensions. Sorry, having trouble thinking here. And you can +1 them. Like I could go into Star Wanderer, that's Shy Blue's, my wife's dimension, and I could go in there. I can enter there, and you can see I'm joining the dimension. I can show everybody her dimension. She's got candy canes and presents and, you know, all sorts of different things. And if I like her dimension, then I could give it a +1 and recommend it to other players. And dimensions with more recommendations show up higher in the directory for the public directory. Which, let me exit out here and I'll show you the public directory. Let me close my bags, open up dimensions again. I could also go and see my guild. I can also have a guild dimension. Our guild so far doesn't have a dimension yet, so I can't show you that at this point. I could go into different guildmates dimensions, and this is the directory that was talking about. These +1s, the more +1s a dimension has, the higher it's going to be. So this is the top of the list for this week. It's owned by Autumn Mist, and it's a wedding chapel dining. No, it got cut off, so I can't see it. Darn it! Sorry about that. And it's at the Stone Flask Tavern. And so far, 79 people have given it +1. So let's go take a look at it. And it's obviously open to the public. Like I said, you can close them from being open to the public, but this is what one of your larger, more extravagant dimensions would look like. As you can see, they're quite large. You can take in... Let me change out my mounts because I really don't want the spindle. Let me grab the horse. Get up on that. You can even ride your mounts in the dimensions. I mean, he's got all sorts of things. He's got a statue. He's got plants. Plant blocks off the way, so I guess that's as far as you could go there. I mean, this is a really nice looking little dimension. Wonder how far over we can ride. And this is a very large dimension. You know, they've done this up as a wedding chapel, which is really nice. Yep, there's the wall. And these walls, the nice thing about them is they're not obtrusive, so, you know, you don't know you're hitting them on the larger ones until you've actually rode up onto the wall, but they don't take away from the beauty of it. And this would be the dining hall that they have set up. And they even have a barkeep in here. Pretty nice. A very, very nice, well done dimension. You can even go swimming. So that's what a more extravagant dimension looks like, and I'm going to go ahead and give him a +1 as well. He's got 656 +1s already. I mean, this person has put a lot of work into this dimension, and it is very, very nice. Kind of wish there was a way that I could sent him a message to let him know that I'm highlighting his dimension on a video. So if any of you who watch this video happen to know who who did I say this was? I'll look back at the directory. But who owns the Wedding Chapel Dining and Gardens? Let them know that, I actually highlighted them in a video. Now the last thing I want to show you is the dimension that you get for the first tier of loyalty points, which is the green tier. Let me open the store and show you that real quick. The green tier of loyalty points gives you all of these things for 30,000 loyalty points, which gives you a key to the dimension Fane's Retreat, which is an exclusive mountain hideaway. It also gives you this pack of goodies, and then as you build up to the blue tier, you also get this enormous autumn tree. So let me go over there and show you that. Let's see. Oh, yes. Autumn Mist. That's the name of the person who owns the Wedding Chapel and Dining Hall, or Dining Garden dimension that we were just in. And then the all-time dimension, actually that is the all-time dimension too. He's got the most +1s. He or she, I don't know. But let me go into my Fane's Retreat and show you that. Fane's Retreat is a slightly larger dimension. It's not as large as the Wedding Chapel, but you could, come down to a little pond down here and do some swimming if you want. Go up the side of a mountain. It is a mountain retreat, as it's stated. Actually, it's larger than I thought it was. I haven't done a lot in it, but I didn't know you could get this far up the mountain. That's pretty interesting. We got our own little dragon skeleton. I think that's pretty cool. It's not full skeleton, but definitely the rib cage. And it's a nice little dimension, nice little gift that they gave for the loyalty points. 460 experience points for going into it. And then let's see, we'll go ahead and open up our bag, and we'll open up our gift box that we got for that. And also, I don't remember exactly why I got this, but these are the candy canes that you saw over in Shy Blue's dimension. I don't know where she got the box of gifts though, because all I got was 2 candy canes. I'll have to ask her about that. But we've got our sourdough bread, and we'll just take and put that here at the fireplace for now. Let's see, we have a spear rack. I like the spear rack. We put that right there. Oops, not in the wall, but up against the wall. And I actually want to turn that slightly so it fits a little more flush against the wall. There we go. Got a bush, an aster ground cover, 2 baskets, some windy buttercups, 2 violet urns, and our candy canes that we got from something else. I'm going to put the baskets up here. I think they're kind of neat looking baskets, not quite what they showed. We also have 4 of these green Brevane Brazier. I can't talk right. We're going to put one of those up there. Actually, we're going to put 2 of those up there. Why not? I'm not very decorative when it comes to these. I can be. I've got really creative in the past with some dimensions. And I went and got rid of them. Gonna put one of these on each side of the door to light up my entryway. Okay, now this bush really doesn't fit here, but we're gonna put it here anyway. It's just ground cover. It's not even really a bush. But it don't really go in the snow, I don't think. But we're gonna put it here so it's not taking up room in my bag or in my bank. Okay, we'll put some of the buttercups around it. I think they could have done a little bit better with giving us more wintry stuff, knowing that we were getting that, but that's okay. And then candy canes, how about we put one by each of them by the door. So we got a festive little candy cane thing going on here at the door. Let's move this one back a little. There we go. And then, where do we want to put these? Donation boxes by the candy canes. How about that? Put that one right in front of the candy canes. Give us a donation for our candy canes. Sometimes it's easier to just pick up the item and then replace it. Sometimes you actually will get a lot better freedom of movement on where you want to put it that way. Okay, and then we'll just take this and put it over here. Nah. Let's go put this inside. Yes, you can carry things inside with you. I'll put that down to the edge of the fireplace. Why not? How's it look? Looks good. And the last thing we gotta put out here is our autumn tree, which is giant. It says it's enormous, and it is. I mean, look at that. Way up there. I mean, if I wanted to, I could take and shove this thing halfway down the ground. But in doing so, I'm kind of losing. There we go. Our tree's buried in snow. Okay, so that has been our video on dimensions. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, be sure to give us a like down there below, and if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. We are going to be having lots more Rift videos coming, more beginner videos, as well as intermediate, and also more experienced videos. Like I said, I have been playing Rift now for at least 2 years, and it's a game that I truly enjoy. It was one of my favorite games. To this day, I still think that if you can take and deal with tab target, because it is an older game, so it is tab target, but if you enjoy tab target games, I think this is one of the best MMOs out there, if not the absolute best MMO. I absolutely love the game, so be sure to watch for more videos on Rift. We're also going to be taking and doing videos on Dragon's Prophet. Let's see what else. We will also be doing videos on Aeon. Aeon is launching Aeon 4.0 on June 26th, and we will be taking and doing videos on that. Aeon is another MMO that I played for quite a while. Haven't played it recently though, because I've been waiting for them to take and come out with 4.0. And when they do launch 4.0, we will be focusing really heavily on the new classes that they'll be coming out with, which are the Gunslinger, and I believe a Bard class is the other one. I think they're calling it Songweaver, but it's a Bard. So, if you would like to find me, you can follow me on all of the normal social media channels, on Twitter, on Facebook. There's a new gaming social media platform that I'm enjoying quite a lot. It's called Nook, and you can find me on all of those under Sir Jaxie. Until next time, this has been Sir Jaxie, fading out.